here. Braden Dawson, half a straightaway behind, but if them two mess up bad enough, this race could definitely be Braden Dawson's. Captain Poleman, Braden Dawson, lingering in third. 2 laps to go for Ronnie Dawson and Timothy Holmes Jr. Ronnie Dawson, the Pink Magic Tire Prep Machine, out of the Jamie Knopf stable. 1 more lap. Timothy Holmes Jr. looking by the fence, knowing it is 1 lap to go. Can he make a move on Dawson? He's going to drive it in there as deep as he can on Dawson. To no avail. Off of turn number 4. Once again a winner, Ronnie Dawson. Second goes to Timothy Holmes Jr. Third, Braden Dawson. Fourth, Brody Bazier. And fifth, Jared Edwards. So great race here in Pro Junior 1. Congratulations to Ronnie Dawson. Junior 3 coming up. As now we're going to bring in I'm going to bring in Mr. Wesley Outland to join me here. Wesley, the first thing I want to talk about
I just needed to take a breather for a little bit, brother.
You know what? I totally feel that one. The first thing I want to talk about is all the young talent in here. We got Luke Clements, of course. Relative to Jeremy Clements, you got JoJo Wilkinson out of the famous Hueytown, Alabama, home of the Alabama game, already a winner in a not a lightning late model, a limited late model this year. You got Scissors Blake Cisneros out of the Matt Cannell stable on the pole, who already has a win, with Zach Williams on the Premier Karting stable, of course, owned by Hermie Sadler, based out of Emporia, Virginia. There's just so much talent here that could possibly go bigger than go-karts here in the future in this next race.
You're exactly right. The talent is phenomenal of what they've done in the karting industry, and we're going to see what these drivers now do here at Paradise Raceway just after 1:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning as we continue Saturday's events of the 2019 New Year's race in Paradise, also Rumble 3. The Rumble 3 will be coming up as the main event of the night, 40 laps, $5,000 to win. And, of course, that'll be a good show as well. So, with that being said here, we'll get ready to get the field set for the starting lineup for the Pro Junior 3 division. Pro Junior 3, quick qualifier on the pole, the number 77, former Maxis Junior Max Daddy Midwest champion with a 15.300 speed at 47.059 miles per hour. That's Blake Cineros. Blake Cineros will lead him to the green flag. Starting second, the 116 is going to be Zach Williams. Starting third will be the 00 of Landon Latham. Starting fourth, the 25 of Caden Kelly. And starting fifth, the 51 of Luke Clements. Starting sixth will be the number 15 of Flying Ryan Puddin-Joyner. And starting 7th will be Chase Lane in 56. Starting 8th will be Jaden Bowling in the 01. And to round out the first half of the field, starting 9th, the number 6 of Chase Williamson.
Starting in 10th will be Camden Thomas and the Thompson's brothers Ham Machines. 11th will be Peyton Coleman, who just got a winning team champ. Starting 12th, the lady driver out of Hueytown, Alabama, Miss JoJo Wilkinson. 13th, Ashton Johnson. 14th, Michael Bumgarner. 15th, Tyler Wood. 16th, Lane Kinwall. 17th, Dylan Bell. And Chase Litchfield will round out this field of Pro Junior 3. 25 laps is the distance in this feature.
So there's your starting lineup. They'll get ready to get set to go here in just another lap of preliminaries before we get ready to turn them loose in their feature event. 25 laps.
Wesley, I'd like to ask you before we go green, around NASCAR, of course, all the young up-and people trying to get out.
Yep.
What do you think it's like? What is it great for our sport to have people like Hermie Sadler and Bobby Allison, I know, has mentored JoJo a little bit. All these famous people helping out these young kids. I bet it's got to be great for them, and it's definitely great for our sport to get the older people who's been there and done that to help out these kids.
Yeah, you said it perfectly, Blake. Having Hermie Sadler, a colleague of mine at Fox Sports. Of course, I handle the college stuff, but he's the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series pit reporter, one of the pit reporters in the broadcast, and what he's done with Premier Karting is phenomenal. allowing young up-and-coming talent to have the chance to live their dreams and climb the ladder in motorsports. As the green flag goes in the air, they are scattered up the top of the racetrack. One is the premier karting entry of Landon Latham. He was inside the top 5 on the start. Now he falls all the way back to dead last or next to last. They come to the line. One lap in, one kart spins off turn 4. Leading lap 1 is going to be Zach Williams, Blake, but the caution's out as well.
Yes, but it looks like we did get a lap in, so Zach Williams did take the lead in Premier Karting number 116. It looks like the Hubbreaker Preps machine. And Scissors, Blake Cisneros to Matt Cannell stable. It's also pretty good for Blake Cisneros to be out of the same stable as Austin Yarborough. You know he's definitely got some experience to lean on. Austin Yarborough's also been there and done about everything you can imagine here in the karting world.
In the world of karting. And, of course, he will get ready to go for that quest of the $5,000 payday. And that'll be the Rumble 3. After 3 attempts of running it, postponing it due to weather since Thanksgiving, almost a 2-month hiatus, and even having to change venues from Triple T Raceway to now Paradise Raceway. Truly, again, the Rumble 3, everybody is nipping at the bit, itching on this winter's night of January, Blake Harris, to try to go for the money.
Oh, not just them. I'm nipping at the bud, ready to get this race going. I'm on the edge of my seat. The anticipation is killing me to see who might can bring home the Rumble Championship in that $5,000 tonight, Wesley.
Well, it was a nice 60-plus degree day, and right now the ambient temperature outside at 1:45 a.m. Eastern is right now 47 degrees. Under clear skies, and I think we love seeing clear skies after having almost 3 days of rain. Props to Terry Odom, the general manager and the promoter, and all the great track staff for all the hard work that they've put in to get this track ready for racing this weekend after almost 3 days of rain, raining since Wednesday in the Carolinas, and, of course, getting this event in. Friday night was a washout. We knew that was going to be inevitable. But to have now the great racing we've had here for tonight and tomorrow, or would be later today for that matter, is going to be a phenomenal one as well. So we'll get ready to reset them here. And it looks like, Blake Harris, they are going to re-scratch the 1 lap complete. And they are going to start this race heads up again. So we're going to start them over again for the original start.
Yeah, it was great to see Blake Cisneros fast qualify. I was messing with him earlier, talking about who might be the best Blake in the room, whether it be him or me. He's definitely gone out and won the first Pro Junior 3. He's showing that he might be the best one. And that kart number 77, the Phantom Deuce, Matt Cannell Motorsports number 77. Zach Williams, not a slouch as well. We'll have to see how people like Luke Clements and Ryan Joyner, they're rejoicing at that lap being took away as they got shuffled back in turn number 1 and fell almost out of the top 10.
And I'll tell you somebody else that also is going to be glad and be rejoicing, and that's the premier karting entry in third of Landon Latham. Yes. We saw in the original start, he got slung like a rag doll on the start to the top of the racetrack and had to fall all the way back next to last. So we start the race again. Green flag goes in the air. They roar for the whole shot in turn 1. And now we got trouble. 1, 2 karts go spinning right in the middle of the pack. Will we see a caution flag? Yes, we will. They'll go for a third time a charm, Blake Harris, and yellow's out again.
Caden Kelly got tagged in the back. It looked like by Little Slim Clem, Luke Clements out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. And Michael Bumgarner spun to avoid on that Titleist chassis number 97. Michael Bumgarner definitely not no slouch, as I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure he was the Junior Limited winner at the Big O Tribute. Of course, a race they have every July at the Patriot Speedway. It's the only time you get to see Junior 3 and kids put on limited modified motors. So it's definitely a big deal for the junior drivers, and it looks like we're going to get them back between the navigational beacon here and put them back in the right order, and let's see if we can get a lap in here, Wesley.
We'll try here now. 25 laps of distance, 25 laps or 20 minutes on the clock, or 25 laps or 15 minutes is the time limit. And there is still no laps complete, so they're going to have to reset them again and go back for the original start. And it looks like the way they're trying to come down the back straightaway, side by side, door to door, like you see at a lot of car tracks.
They're just doing the 4-wide salute, Wesley.
No, not yet. They ain't broken into the 4-wide formation.
They're going to come by here and wave to the crowd here, I'm pretty sure.
Well, at least trying to get them back here.
There's
single
4-wide.
file. There's your 4-wide. First two are single file, then they go 4 wide. There they go. Now they're going 3 wide. They're going shades of a USAC start. The way the open wheel sprints and midgets go in the USAC series of 3 wide.
I know, Wesley, we're on radio and we have to explain a lot of stuff to the people here listening, but a lot of this stuff here, you just got to see it to believe it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, bonkers whenever they were going 5 wide. I absolutely could not believe that they took it 5 wide down the back straightaway. I mean, you literally think you're running out of room, brave to dare, and they did it. And then, of course, they tried to go 5 wide, then 4 wide all the way into turn 4. And finally, the one that was at the top of the racetrack, he's the one that spun around. But, I mean, that just shows you the work that Terry Odom and the track crew have done here at Henry Marie's 9538 Paradise Raceway to allow such opportunities, the 5 wide, 3, 4 wide race that is a natural given. And we've seen some awesome racing this afternoon. Just going to set the stage into the night of what we're going to see tomorrow for Sunday's nightcap program.
Yes, definitely. I also feel for Terry. I know he's got to be tired. You can already see them.
Oh, yeah, he's exhausted.
To doze off. He's got to work on this track tonight as
well. For everybody that thinks the life of a race promoter is all making money and pocketing, going to the bank and being happy, there's a whole other work that goes behind that. And definitely the hours, the efforts, the time, the passion. Just privilege and honor to know a good friend like Terry Odom and what he's done with Triple T Raceway and seeing, Blake, what Henry Marie sees and what Terry Odom can do here at Paradise is phenomenal. And I know there's some other people in the kart racing industry a little butthurt and mad that Terry Odom has the helm doing things here. But the reason why is because the proof stands for itself, what Terry can do in karting, what he's done in karting, what he's done in promoting. I mean, a lot of people might not know it, but he used to be a racetrack promoter. He used to promote Modoc Speedway in Modoc, South Carolina. Oh, yeah. He's a former racer himself, so he knows the do's, the don'ts, the yeses, the no's. We can, we can't in making things happen in the racing industry. And, of course, also Brian Ivey, man. Shout out to my buddy Brian Ivey, GWC Photography, for what he does, and also now stepping out of the photography role and being a race director, doing what he does at Triple T Raceway, now working here at Paradise and all the marquee shows. I think he's going to be doing the GOAT Series as well. I'm looking forward to announcing the GOAT Series. It actually works out pretty good, Blake, on my schedule with Fox and Mav TV and all the dates that I have with Fast Track and Ultimate and the Lucas Oil Southern States Midgets and Sprint Car Series and so many other things that I work in racing and television that I could actually be able to work those 5 dates for the or the 6 dates for the GOAT Series. And I think that's going to be something really, really big, too. The GOAT Series got started at Triple T Raceway, and now it is expanding, going regional at places like Paradise here, Triple T Raceway, where it started. Margarettsville Speedway in Margarettsville, North Carolina, right at the top of the Carolina-Virginia state line. Blake, the last time I announced a race at Margarettsville Speedway was in, 2003. When I was announcing with WKA with my good friend, Russ Wiles. And then that track shut down at 2005, and it's been on a 10-year hiatus or more. After Red and Brenda Byram, they passed on, and somebody else has got it and have leased the track, and they've got a lot of great ideas. Tri-County Kartway in Kinley. I know you've been there before. I've been there.
I actually have not
You've never
been
been?
there.
Okay.
I have not been there,
That's actually a special place for me as well because me and Brantley Futrell helped get that track back up and going when it first got built and opened up. And so a lot of great things happening for the GOAT Series in 2019 as well. Green flag goes in the air. We'll try for a third time a charm. And shades of what happened to Landon Latham has happened again as the field roars into turn 3 and 4. Contacts made. One about went spinning. They'll come to the line. Green's in the air. One lap seeing Blake Soneros roars into 1.
And it looks like Williams will get by him. And he'll now be in the lead. But look who's already up to 4th. Miss JoJo Wilkinson, the queen of Hueytown, Alabama, will now look to the inside of Chase Williamson and that 92 car. You got to think.
And let me tell you something, too. JoJo Wilkinson is not only a kart racer, she is a motorsports racer. That young lady has won at Montgomery Motor Speedway in Montgomery, Alabama. Shout out to my buddy Stan Narrison, the promoter there. And she's won big races. She's won car races. And she's showing her talent in the karts right now inside the top 10.
You stole the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say she's focused on her late model career this year.
Yes.
She has only been in a go-kart maybe 4 times, and see her back on one of these carts and up to third is doing great right now. As now we focus back on the lead as Zach Williams a cart length the lead ahead of Scissors. Blake Cisneros, let's see if he can maybe cut down that lead, no pun intended.
Well, chopping and cutting here on the dirt clay. Look out, Gordon Ramsay. The chopping block is these drivers and Scissors. Blake Cisneros is on in front, but not anymore. Battle change for